Okay, let's talk about Boruto, okay? I absolutely love Boruto Uzumaki. Now, I know people's gonna say it's the worst anime ever, okay, but you're gonna have to understand Boruto Uzumaki is one of my favorite animes or characters, okay? But at the same time is one of my favorite animes at the same time because Boruto kind of represents something a lot of anime doesn't. Most animes kind of go out like this. This guy who has no parents and he works really hard and to accomplish his dreams. Obviously, someone who starts with nothing and accomplishes with a lot of things. With sheer work and effort. And honestly, I absolutely love this type of ideology because I do think it's realistic. But at the same time, not all of us is going to succeed with starting with nothing. Some people who starts with nothing ends up with nothing. And some people just are there. But simply put, Boruto I actually like because it represents a lot of people. Where a man who has almost everything, he's kind of missing one thing, and that is a fatherhood. And at the same time, Boruto Uzumaki has friends, family, and he's going to thrive to protect them in the near future. Which I absolutely love with his character choices because in a weird way, it kind of shows that people, whatever they have and whatever that we get, we are going to keep protecting no matter what. Which, again, I absolutely love. And also, another thing about Boruto I love is it's not meant to be taken seriously in the first anime. Like, even the outro reminds me of the Elmo, like, song, right? Where it goes, hey, hey, hey. It's like, Elmo's world. Like, I always say that in the back of my head because it's just not meant to be taken seriously. And I think Boruto, his character is also not meant to be taken seriously on purpose in the beginning. And that's why people don't like him as much. Because I do think that Boruto is meant to be taken seriously when he sees life seriously. Which again is kind of crazy to think about. But I do think that Boruto is 100% like one of my favorite animes. Because in a weird way, it kind of represents a lot of people in society where when they have something, when they really have something, and then they lose it, they end up protecting it even more and try to gain it back. Which kind of reminds me a lot of the role of Kawaki, where Sasuke's role was like he had those ties and he is gone and now he wants to take revenge with the world. And Kawaki's a little bit different. I think what I like about Kawaki is he was rescued and he wants to protect everything, but he's literally doing everything wrong. So like literally he's protecting everything by trapping the fourth or the seventh Hokage. Geez, that's a lot of Hokages. But pretty much he's trying to protect like everybody by trapping the seventh Hokage and pretty much trying to kill all of the Utsutsukis so no one poses a threat on Lord 7. Which honestly I find very interesting, but at the same time, I think if anybody who had that type of power could probably be ending up the same way as Kawaki. Plus, Kawaki is a little bit different. You see, Kawaki was mistreated and he was just all over the place, and he was whipped, and it was really bad. It was literally worse than Naruto himself. And so for Kawaki to find that love and he wants to protect it, he doesn't know how to protect it because he never experienced that love. And that's where the that's when the enemy starts hitting, right? Where Boruto and Kawaki is fighting one another. It's not because one person is the villain with the other. It's because one person, this is how I see it, one person doesn't know how to protect love and thinks love can be protected by violence, kind of like Madara. And the other person is knowing what love is, experience what love is, and because it's taken away from him, he wants to gain it back and show the other person how to protect love the right way. Which I absolutely love. But before we even go through all of that, and I think Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is going to happen, I do think 100% Boruto Uzumaki is going to protect his loved ones, and I think he's going to be just all over the place. I also think that Boruto Uzumaki has to have these annoying traits in the beginning because a character, and even humans, even like we as humans, we can't learn without having these annoying traits of ours. meaning we learn from damages and mistakes. And because we learn from damages and mistakes, of course, Boruto is going to have to learn from a lot of damages and mistakes. And because he's the star of the world, he's going to have to learn even further. And so his damages and his mistakes is going to be higher than most others. Same thing with Kawaki, where he was treated absolutely wrong. He's going to have to learn from a lot of things that he's lacking. And he's going to do a lot of things wrong, but eventually come to his senses. It's kind of like Naruto versus Sasuke, but Kawaki versus Boruto, which I also think it's parallel, but it doesn't go against, the same line, which is literally what parallel means, meaning like the line kind of goes like this, where one line goes here and one line goes here, but they're kind of, no, I mean, parallel, goes in the same direction. Oh my god, what? I am so stupid. Jeez. Yeah, but pretty much parallel means, why am I doing this in a video? But parallel means, the same line kind of goes in the same direction, but never touching. Or different. Whatever. Just whatever. Anyway. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. But anyways, I do think that Boruto follows the same line with Naruto, but they're never really going to touch because it's different. It's different ways and different ideologies from different person. Which I also find weird how Mitsuki kind of says, Boruto is the son of his. Which is weird because also Naruto could also be seen the sun as like the light of the world, where Boruto is also could probably be seen as the sun of the entire galaxy. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm just explaining why I like Boruto. Anywho, but pretty much I do feel like the annoying traits and the annoying things that they had from the very first episode, from the 293 episode, will eventually be important later on, because he's going to decide to learn what he wants, what he wants to learn. He's going to learn how to protect others, and he's going to learn how to treat others in a way where, they could be broken and they can try to settle things down. Obviously, Boruto and Kawaki is going to keep fighting each other until it will be a final valley, and I do believe that both of them will kind of end up in a similar way with like Naruto, right? But in a weird way also, I do think Kawaki is going to eventually somewhat learn his lesson. Which, again, I don't know the entire future of Boruto, but I absolutely love it because the fact that he has these different types of traits and different types of things than Naruto. He had a family, and he's just been a boring brat. He's going to eventually start learning how to protect the ones that he lost, right? And Kawaki is going to have to learn how to protect the ones in the right way. Without damaging, killing, or destroying, Boruto Uzumaki is going to be the one who's going to show everybody in the village how to protect everybody, how to fight for everybody in a way where you don't hurt others. Same thing like Naruto showed the tailed beasts. Obviously, Boruto's going to show with the entire world. But again, let me know what you guys think. I want to know 100% exactly what you guys think, because I do love Boruto, and I do think Boruto Uzumaki is going to be one of the biggest animes, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, because of this reason, and I absolutely can't wait to see for the future. Also, I got this from literally watching 11 episodes, and I'm like, there is no way Boruto is going to be like the light of hope again, okay? But again, let me know, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.